Hello there. Welcome to my weekend review of Stirling's Rose Soap. I've shaved with this soap for a week, and this is the part where I give kind of my impressions of how the week went. Uh, First, the positives on this soap is biggest positive is that it's a Stirling soap, and every one of the Stirling soaps that I have tried have been exceptional. Wonderful, slick, cushiony lather. As a matter of fact, the cushion on this particular soap that I have uh, is exceptionally well done, a lot better than the rest of the Stirling line I think that I have tried. And I think it's because, like I said earlier, I believe that this soap had some extra cure time, and I think that made a difference in the way the soap ended up. And I really think if it's possible for Rod to do that, he ought to set a puck or two aside for about a month, 2 months, and try it himself and see what that difference would be. You know, he may find that if he holds this soap just a little bit longer before he sells it, the product would be even more superior than it is now. Now, having said that, I kind of feel like he's probably already done this. He's constantly improving. Uh, Having read some of the old threads about Stirling soaps and the problems that Rod had in the beginning with the soap's latherability, and some said the scent. It looks like to me with this iteration of his soaps that he has continually listened to the people, the end users of his product, and continue to improve. And so I've got a feeling that he's probably already tried all of that and knows all about what I'm saying anyway. But yeah, just a wonderful, very incredibly slick, the slickest soap that I have ever run into is Stirling. Uh, and slickness for me, being a straight razor user about 50% of the time, uh, you know, and maybe just a little bit like 60-40, a little bit more towards straights than other razors. I like them all, but I've got a soft spot for straights. I love the way they shave. Um, Slickness is really, really super important to me. That's almost the top rank that when I look for a soap, slickness is the first thing I think of, and then cushion and stuff like that. But this soap has a wonderful slickness. I do not have the ability to articulate in the English language just how slick this soap is. It's just wonderfully slick. It's sick in its slickness, let's put it that way. And the cushion is wonderful. All of Rod's soaps that I have tried have just an absolutely wonderful face feel. My face in the 9 weeks that I have been using Stirling soap just feels like a different face. It's just incredibly smooth, and I don't mean just after the shave, but I mean right now I got whiskers. I need to shave again, but there's an overall smoothness to my skin that I don't get from other soaps, uh, and so that's the good. The bad, if you want to call it that, is that first of all you got to understand that I'm a really, really uh, enthusiastic fan of rose. I love the rose scent. Lavender is another that actually probably is I love more than rose. But for a shaving soap or cream to get top marks from me uh, regarding a rose or a lavender scent, they've got to be really, really exceptional, the scent. This, if you're a guy that likes floral scents, but you're not particularly enamored to either kind, or you're not just, really enthusiastic about rose scents, but you like a rose scent every now and then, this is a good rose scent. Uh, but it's not, in my opinion, an exceptional rose scent. And that's what I'm looking for in a rose scented soap, is that exceptional scent. What makes an exceptional rose scent? Well, rose, it's hard to articulate or describe, but just a natural sort of rose scent that's there. This scent has a good rose component to it, but there's something else, and I don't know what it is, but there's something else in the mix that just, if that component were left out, it may be different. I don't know. Or it may be it may be because this soap is older. I don't believe this is current generation rose scent. So Rod may have improved, and like I said, he's always improving. He's always listening to his customer base. He had a rose scent and he discontinued it, and now he's got one back up where he did last time I looked. So maybe he didn't like the response he got from his first rose, and so he shelved it until he could come up with something better. I really think that's a possibility. I'm going to try the rose scent that he has on his site, because everything else that I have experienced with Stirling soaps has been classy. And I'm not saying this is not, but I mean, he's a class act. He's a classy guy. He's somebody I would trust completely. When it comes to his opinions about soap and about scent, and somebody that I put a lot of faith in as far as his customer service goes and things like that. So I'm going to give the new rose scent that he's got what I think is probably the new scent. I'm going to give that a try in my next batch of samples and see what I think about it. But all in all, though, like all the other Stirling scents or Stirling soaps, as a shave soap, this is an absolute winner. It does a wonderful job. I could be happy if Stirling was the only soap that I ever used. I could be happy. As a matter of fact, he has, I think it's called Naked and Smooth. He has a soap that is just not scented. That's going to be I'm going to buy a full puck of that this time around, because there are times when I like a soap that just smells like soap. Mitchell's Wool Fat is kind of one of the reasons that I like that, is that it doesn't really have a lot of scent component to it. It's basically just soap. And I think that his Naked and Smooth is probably going to be a good one. So I'm going to get a full puck of that, because all the other characteristics that matter in a shave soap outside of scent are top notch, and so with Stirling, it's just a matter of finding that scent that you can't live without, that kind of deal. So that's been my review. I hope that it's been helpful to you. Next week is the last of this series, and it is Stirling Spice. I saved it for last because I'm a Old Spice nut, and so saved what I think will probably be the best for last. So God bless you, and I will see you this week coming in with Stirling Spice. Later.